So you're probably asking yourself, should I watch Hannibal on NBC? Lucky for you, I saw the first 5 episodes and I have a few things to say about it. So, Hannibal. First off, before getting into it, what's it all about? It's fundamentally the story of this FBI profiler called Will Graham, who has this uncanny ability to just get into the mind of a serial killer. But really get into the mind of a serial killer and become and embody that just persona. Needless to say, that comes with its own set of issues. Because of that, the FBI Behavioral Unit Director, Jack Crawford, brings in a shrink, played by Hannibal Lecter, to come and help young Will Graham deal with, the issues of thinking like a serial killer for a living. We know that Hannibal Lecter is himself one of the most prolific serial killer to ever exist. So it's kind of twisted on that end. So basically, what should you expect from this show? First thing you should expect is just an amazing visual style. It's just fantastic to watch. You can clearly see that there's a Brian Fuller touch to it because of the stylistic visual representations of the murders, of Will getting into the head of the serial killer. It's just very well done. Let's talk about the story. How is it structured? How is it working? The story is actually pretty interesting. You would think they're gonna make it either a huge story arc kind of thing that keeps going on and on and on, or they're going to make it procedural, sort of a case of the week kind of thing with an additional element to it. It's kind of weird, but they kind of blend both together and add on top of it a character study. So you're trying to find out who is Will and who's Hannibal and who each of those characters truly are. And I feel like that makes it a little bit more interesting to watch, not as boring or repetitive. You never really know what you're getting episode from episode, so it's kind of interesting that way. One huge aspect of the story is how realistic it is. It's realistic in the sense that you believe some of the characters that are portrayed here, and you're actually scared. You're like, man, I hope these people don't exist because I'm gonna freak out. There's a lot of strong and violent themes shown here, and speaking of violence, if you're squeamish, it's gonna be tough to watch. What's really gonna drive it home are the performances. Will Graham, played by Hugh Dancy, and Hannibal Lecter, played by Mads Mikkelsen, are just brilliant. Apart, together, those guys just brought their A-game. Actually, everyone brought their A-game. Lawrence Fishburne brought his A-game. Carolyn Davernus, who you would remember from Wonderfall. Oh, I miss that show so much. They both bring their A-game. It's a strong story that's driven by strong performances that just build upon great characters, and it's fantastic, awesome to watch. Really, really good stuff. My only complaint with this show is the title of the show. It's called Hannibal, but it's not really just about Hannibal. It's not like Dexter, which is really about Dexter. Hannibal is mostly about Will Graham and not so much about Hannibal Lecter, who, while has an important role and part in this story, is not the main focus of it, which to some degree kind of throws you off. So that would be my only complaint. Now the question becomes, should you watch it? Yeah, you should. You should watch it. It's a great show, great story, great characters, great performances. I just can't rave enough about how much I love this show. But there's something to be said about the gory is not the right word, but essentially very violent and very disturbing aspects of some of the storylines. So if you're not squeamish, or if you can just deal with things, you can totally watch this show. So make sure to tune in Thursday night at 10 p.m. on NBC and watch the first episode of Hannibal and let me know what you think. Comment below. Tell me, is this a good show? Is this something you're really gonna keep watching? I know I'm gonna keep watching. Saw the first 5, can't wait for the rest. Also can't wait for your thoughts. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. Until next time, bye.